Hello, signing on for today's lesson. Welcome back if you've been joining me before today. Welcome for the first time if you're just joining me today. So, if you saw the post from earlier, it said, I choose to have healthy relationships with people who choose to have healthy relationships with me. If you've been watching since the beginning of our Words of Wisdom, you know that relationships, one of my favorite topics. So we're going to talk about that just briefly today. And I'm going to share a story with you, something that I experienced several years ago. And this was with a friendship that I had at the time. And it was interesting because it was like every time I interacted with this individual, she was accusing me of saying something, accusing me of ill intent, accusing me of trying to embarrass her or do this or make her look a certain way. And I remember thinking at the time, like, goodness, if that's what you think of me and how you think about me, then you just don't know me very well. And I found myself initially, like, always having to explain, like, she would say, like, oh, I think you were trying to do such and such. And I would find myself explaining, no, that's not what I was trying to do. I was blah, 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 blah. And finally I got to the point and I thought, you know what? Friendships are not supposed to be this hard. While relationships are work and they require work, it shouldn't be that hard just to maintain a friendship. And so I made the decision that I wanted a friendship divorce. And so I decided, you know what? I don't want to be friends with this person anymore. So I called her and said, like, hey, I want to talk to you about something when you have a chance. So we made plans to meet up and have lunch. And I just said to her like, you know, I really don't think that you and I are meant to be friends. I find that we just, I don't know if you want to call it butting heads, just don't agree on things, or, you know, you're always accusing me of having this sort of intention or that sort of intention. And that's just not my personality or in my nature at all. So I don't think that we're supposed to be friends. So, you know, no ill feelings, no ill intent. Have a great life. Peace. I'm out. And I was done with it. And it was so funny because she was, you know, so upset and, you know, surprised by it. She called my mom and basically wanted to tell my mom, can you please talk her into being friends with me? And my mom told her, like, she's a grown woman. She can make her own decisions about her friendships. And if she's decided that she doesn't want to be your friend, then she's decided that she doesn't want to be your friend. And so as I've gone, you know, grown more, even just through the years, I've gone through only 2 friendship divorces in my life, I'm happy to say. And they were cases, again, where I felt like, yeah, this is just too much work and I'm just not here for it. And so when you have relationships, I believe in doing what I call like a health checkup. Asking yourself, are the relationships I'm in healthy relationships? Healthy relationships are balanced. Healthy relationships are respectful. Healthy relationships are not particularly like draining, exhausting. They don't require a whole lot of you, and you're always the one giving, you're always the one doing, and other people are just taking and just sucking the life out of you. If that's the kind of relationships that you're experiencing, those relationships are not healthy. Healthy relationships should be encouraging and beneficial to both parties. They should serve as a source of joy and happiness and just good friendships and relationships and communication. So ask yourself if the relationships that you're currently involved in, are they healthy relationships or are they not? And then make the choice to be in healthy relationships with people who have made the choice to be in a healthy relationship with you. And so each day, make the declaration, I choose to have healthy relationships with people who choose to have healthy relationships with me. And if the relationship is not healthy, cut it off, move on. Like I said before, you deserve better. So there's our lesson for today. Choose to have healthy relationships with people who choose to have healthy relationships with you. Okay? Have a good one. Signing off.